Most of you have heard the phrase by American mythology professor, writer, and lecturer Joseph John Campbell, who once said, "Follow your bliss. Do what you love and the money will follow." We're joined again by my colleague Michelle Ragland. Michelle, do you agree with that?
You mean you didn't see my big bag of money following me?
That's right. I
over there.
come in the door. Well, our next guest surely believes it. Julie Murphy Casserly shows people how to make the money follow in her new book, The Emotion Behind Money, Building Wealth from the Inside Out. Welcome, Julie.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to have you here today. So why did you write this book?
The initial purpose was to help financially heal America. I'm one of 12 children, and so I've seen scarcity of money and abundance of money, and money comes from currency, and currency flows, and your money can either flow positively or it can flow negatively. And so if you look at the families that you grew up in and you look at the communities that you work in, you know, is it a positive flow or is it a negative flow? What are you hearing? Is it the keep up with the Joneses, or is it, you know, make sure that your family's okay and you're not, you know, running everything really thin to the wire? And I see that more often than not in our society.
And why do you think that America specifically just needs that financial healing? I know we see lots of problems in our society, so obviously that's why we need that financial healing. But how do we go about doing that?
Well, I think it really starts that you have to start to retain your personal power back with money. So many people have given away their personal power to the things in their lives, and really trying to shift and go back to what is really truly going to make you happy.
So is it the old adage that money can't buy you happiness and keeping up the Joneses will always make you find new Joneses to keep up with? Is that treadmill you're talking about?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like you get stuck in the rat race. Right. You know, if you watch anyone, I live in downtown Chicago, and if you ever see people get off the train in the morning, so many of them have this very sad look on their face.
Yeah.
And I always say, wow, you know, you have to follow your passion, find your unique ability. And then when you start to do those things that you absolutely love and that you dream of, then the money actually starts to flow in abundance.
So what is a healthy relationship with money?
Well, it certainly isn't one that's very debt-orientated, not one that you're having to chase to follow your bills and worry about when the next paycheck is going to come. You know, that I find people who have $500,000 of income versus $40,000 of income, it's the same thing because we've all pigeonholed ourselves into a lifestyle. So something that's more healthy is one of more of abundance.
So here's a clue. If you're out there and you're just paying the minimum on all your credit cards, that's probably a hint.
Yeah.
That's
Certainly.
not a good thing.
Well, and I think one of the biggest components is that you can't shame yourself or judge yourself. You just have to recognize it where you're at so that you can heal. Because if you judge yourself, you're going to recreate the same patterns.
Okay, so you say that if you do what you love, money will follow. So can you give me an example of, let's say someone's got a great job, but they don't really like it and it pays really well. What is the problem?
And I find so many times people have those jobs that they really love, but they've already mastered that. They're then bored. Yeah. And so how do you then go outside of your comfort level and start to, you know, develop that next dream?
Right.
And I think it's really important to then find out how can you build that board of directors around yourself and get rid of those crabs in the bucket that are helping keep you where it is that you're at.
People pull you back.
Absolutely.
Right.
So for an example, like an employer keeps dangling money to you to stay in a job that you're not passionate about.
Right.
Well, you're actually blocking the flow for an even bigger opportunity if you were actually passionate about it, because you're opening up more of the floodgates.
You're a certified financial planner, but you talk like a psychologist.
Now, we've obviously just scratched the surface on the emotion behind money. So where can people find the book?
You can find it at Amazon.com or my website, emotionbehindmoney.com. And there's also online communities on the website, so you don't have to go through it alone.
Emotionbehindmoney.com. I'm logging on after this. Julie, thanks for being here. It was a
You're
pleasure
very welcome.
to meet you. Much more coming up on The Balancing Act. Stay with us. We'll be right back.